What's going on, guys? So as most of you know, I have a Forest River Surveyor travel trailer out here, and we have our Coachman Brookstone fifth wheel out here. I also have full connections out here. I have a 50 amp connection that is split off so I can feed power to both of these, so I can keep one air conditioner in each one of these units running to dehumidify it, cool it down, and keep it pretty much dry and cool inside so the heat and the humidity doesn't start tearing up the inside of an RV, because I've probably preached this message 10,000 times that a humid, hot RV is going to fall apart. It's going to die. It is going to start turning into something you do not want to be in, and you will start making an RV a very unhealthy environment to be in. So as many folks oftentimes criticize the construction of an RV, if you want to amplify that and make it even worse, just don't do anything to the inside of it when you have it in storage, right? And I know a lot of folks have to keep them in storage. They don't have the means, either financially or physically, to provide power to their RV and have it dehumidified, but it is worth researching ways to dehumidify and attempt to ventilate or keep cool the interior of your RV. And I've talked about them time and time again on the channel. But today's video is not about that. It's about the fact that I have both RVs connected to full hookups. So I have power going into the side of this RV right here. We installed this smart plug. I also have water, and I have the same thing on the Brookstone. I have power and water. Power for the Brookstone goes right in there on the back. We have it connected to the wall right there. And we have sewer hoses connected to both of them. So this sewer hose coming from the Surveyor is pretty dang long. It's actually about 25 feet long. I have 20 feet, basically a 10-foot stretch connected to another 10-foot stretch. Then it comes around over here, connects to another 10-foot stretch, which isn't fully extended, but it feeds to my sewer connection, which is a septic system. You can see the top of the septic system over there. And I have a Y splitter, so both RVs can be fed into this system. Now, the benefit of this, of course, is the fact that I can use the RVs out here, right? I have water going into them. I can run the shower, I can run the toilet, I can run the sinks. I can come out and clean them out. I just don't have to worry about it, and it gives me that flexibility. This specific hose works really well because I have it on a stand, which extends about 20 feet, or actually more like 15 feet, and then it just drops down grade until it gets to the splitter right there. So again, everything is connected full time. But a problem I know for a fact a lot of people have is just the fact that these hoses don't last forever. If you are using them full time, which you can arguably say is what I am doing right now, right? It's connected just like someone who would be connected full time at an RV park. These are going to break down. They are going to deteriorate, and eventually they're going to fail because it's plastic and it has a metal wire that goes around it. And most of the time that's just to keep the shape of it for you so it doesn't collapse. But eventually UV light is going to get to these, it's going to destroy them, and it's going to make them brittle. And you may come out to your RV one day and find out that you have a hole and raw sewage leaking out, or your gray tank whenever you've emptied it, or something's going to be coming out of that hose. So I started looking around for a solution to this. I started looking around the internet trying to find a product that may be able to prevent these from breaking down as quickly. I don't think we can completely avoid it, but we can probably slow that process down, and I found something. So this is the product. It's called the RV Sewer Hose Sock. I really don't know much about this product other than the fact that I found it on Amazon. It provides UV protection. It insulates. It doesn't insulate much. It's pretty much like a mesh material. Think about it kind of like the material that's used to make nets for swimming pools to get the debris and stuff off of the top. It's kind of like that material. You can kind of see what it looks like. And this is designed to protect your sewer hose. It may not protect it forever, but if it prolongs the life of your sewer hose, it's probably worth it. I paid $20 each for these, and it's essentially like a big pantyhose sock that extends over your sewer hose. And the specific one I have right here looks to be about 10 feet. So I bought 3 of these. Basically one to cover this stretch right here that's fully exposed to the sun, and then the 2 stretches that come off the other side that go into that splitter each are going to get their own as well. Where it goes underneath the RV, I'm not as concerned about because it's not going to be directly exposed to UV light from the sun whenever it passes over. But this stretch right here certainly is, and it's pretty dang easy to install. Basically, you disconnect your sewer hose from this side and you just work it on. And once you work it on right here, you should be able to slide it over the exposed section. I'm going to try to do that real quick and see how it goes. And there you have it. Basically, you scrunchie it on over this end right here. Then once it's on, it's pretty dang easy to pull all the way across your hose to protect it. Now, I will put a link in the description of this video if this is something you're interested in. Obviously, right off the bat, it's going to limit the amount of UV exposure your hose is going to get. So I would just conclude that the thing's going to work just because of its basic design. I really feel that if you are somebody who goes camping a lot or has ever experienced a situation where you open up your front storage, you get your sewer hose out, and it's got a crack in it, and you're like, oh man, and usually out comes the Gorilla Tape or the duct tape to cover it up until you can run to Walmart and pick up another hose. But these hoses, typically under full-time use, are only going to last maybe 6 to 8 months, maybe a year if you're lucky. Under part-time use, they'll probably last longer, but even then, over time, they're going to break down. And by using something like this over it, and the cool thing is you can keep this on the hose even when you're done camping and you're stowing it. You can keep it wrapped around the hose. It's probably not a bad idea to throw a zip tie on one end and then another zip tie on the other end, just because wind and things like that may get into the line and may kind of uncover parts of the hose. But it certainly looks like a solution to a problem that a lot of people have, and it's likely one that a lot of people need a fix for, especially at an affordable price. Sewer hose kits can cost anywhere between about $50 all the way up to $150 depending on which one you get. This specific one that I have right here is the Rhino hose, and I believe for a 20-foot stretch, which I actually bought this one from Walmart, this specific hose cost like $78 or $80. And to put a $20 cover over it to give me some peace of mind that it's not going to deteriorate as quickly, and I'm not going to come out here as likely to see a leak or a crack in the hose, is definitely worth the $20. And I don't know if the price is going to change. I don't know much about the manufacturer. I don't even know how many of these they make and if they're going to be able to support customers who want a ton of them. But for me, I bought 3 of them. We're going to finish covering the other hoses, and this is definitely an upgrade that I think most people should get, and really anybody with an RV who has a sewer hose. So great job to the inventor of this. It's absolutely something that's been needed, and I think it's going to help a lot of folks. Anyways, I will throw a link to this in the description of this video if this is something you may be interested in. And something that you may not know is how much stuff that eTrailer actually carries specifically for RVs. So even though this cover right here wasn't purchased from eTrailer, you can get the hose stand, you can get leveling blocks, you can get tons and tons and tons of RV accessories, including interior appliances, fixtures, faucets, plumbing equipment, electrical equipment, lamps, lighting, all sorts of crazy stuff. And the hose itself, they carry tons and tons of different types of hoses and different lengths for different applications. So whether you need a short hose or a long hose, whether you need something to level out your RV, whether you need a full leveling system for your RV, believe it or not, they actually carry the level up system, which you can add to a fifth wheel, and they even carry the electronic as well as the manual leveling systems for travel trailers. So tons and tons of stuff. And speaking of interior RV upgrades, look what just came in the mail from the folks over at eTrailer. This is going to be to replace the faucet that's inside of the Surveyor with one that has a really cool adjustable sprayer head, something that I talked about in the last video I made on the Surveyor. Check them out. They are my official channel sponsor, and they are absolutely amazing to work with from a customer service perspective. That is the real winning aspect of working with eTrailer, is that you have experts that you can call who will guide you to the right product the first time, so you make an informed purchasing decision on products, RV floor plans, RV technology, upgrades for trucks, RVs, and trailers. And the whole goal here is that I give you an unbiased, unfiltered, personal perspective of what I think of these products and how they function. That's why not everything comes from my channel sponsor. I buy stuff from Amazon, I buy stuff from other sources, because I want to be sure I'm giving you a comprehensive view of what's available, because if you're going to spend your money on it, I want to be sure that I am giving you a fair, honest, and ethical review. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. I will throw a link in the description of this video for this product, because it is absolutely brilliant. Whoever invented it, great job. I hope you have inventory, because I know people are going to want that. We'll talk to you again very soon.